Today, we're gonna get saucy and dressy. It's a sauce and dressing video. Sorry, that's the best I could come up with for an intro today. Welcome to, or back to PB with Jay. Today, we're gonna fill your heart, or plate, or bowl with a bunch of delicious dressings and sauces to make you look like an absolute wizard in the kitchen. Seriously though, anyone could cook a protein or a grain, warm up some vegetables. But when your sauce game is on fire, that's when your meals go from merely edible to something that your family and friends demand you make on the reg. That means regular for those that aren't hip like me. My kids told me I was hip one time. It was a long time ago. They were small. Anyway, what I got for you today is the collection of 10 recipes that I think you're gonna love. I mean, you're gonna love some of them you might not, because we all have different flavor palettes and taste buds. So, I'm not gonna promise you're gonna love all of these. You'll probably love at least a few of them. Let me know in the comments which ones look awesome and terrible to you. This is the second part in a sauce series that I'm doing. We did one back in the summer and people have been requesting ever since that I do a part 2. And if you want a part 3 after this, let me know, because maybe I can squirrel that up as well. Today, we've got everything from a creamy, spicy pasta sauce, to a General Tso, to plant-based mayonnaise, an almond butter caramel sauce, and a mushroom gravy that we have literally built all of our holiday meals around. All of these are from videos that we already have up on the channel, but I put them all here for you to watch in one nice little package. You can check out the description down below for chapters if you want to jump around, but I strongly suggest watching the whole thing straight through the first time. Before we jump into the recipes, I'd like to say hello to some of our viewers from around the world. Janelle from Champaign, Illinois, Shannon from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Anita from the Netherlands, Rose from Kentucky, Carolyn from Hertfordshire in the United Kingdom, Evil Vegan from Indonesia. They just wrote Evil Vegan, so I'd like to think that's on your birth certificate. Also, what makes you evil? You've got a lot of questions to answer down in the comments. Randy from Denmark, Tabitha from Florida, Ashley from coastal North Carolina, and Tracy from Panhandle Canyon, Texas. Tracy says she's from a small town where she's the only vegan, but you're not the only person here, Tracy. Thanks for being a member of our community. If you would like a shout out, the fastest way to get one is to become a member over on the mighty network of PB with J. Technically, we're called the Jammers over there, and you can join up for the price of a crappy cup of coffee a month. And here are all the wonderful things you can get for being a member. Other ways to support us here at PB with J are hitting that little thanks or super thanks down below and giving us a tip, or checking out our merch store. We've added a lot of new items lately, some of which are suggestions by you, so check those out. So because I'm curating these recipes from other videos that are on the channel, some of these clips might be pretty short because I'm just gonna show you the sauce. In other cases, I'll include the whole recipe and maybe even our reactions of it, just so you can get some more context to the video and the recipe. Consider that a bonus. And if you don't want those elements, you can always skip ahead. What's great is that pretty much all of these sauces come together in minutes, if not seconds. That's not true. You need time to gather the ingredients. You know what I mean. Some of the original cookbooks that I got these from are not whole food plant-based, so you're gonna see me doing some swaps in here for things like oil and animal-related products. Got that? Good, great. If you enjoy this video, obviously, hit that like button so YouTube will know to share this with other people, and subscribe for more content like this if you haven't yet. On to the recipes. So this walnut dressing is from the plant-based cookbook. We were really surprised by how much we enjoyed this recipe when we tried it, especially because of the walnuts. We weren't sure that was gonna work. This recipe in the video, as you'll see, goes with a harvest salad. There's no reason why you couldn't use this on a bowl or on a wrap. It's really, really tasty and earthy, if you like earthy in your meals. Some people don't. We're gonna make this warm harvest salad with walnut dressing. The only big differences I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna add some protein to it because we're gonna make it into a dinner salad. So I'm gonna add some chickpeas, I think. Chickpeas, Annie? Okay, and I might throw in some beets in here too because I cooked some beets that we had left over yesterday and they need a home. So I think they're gonna find themselves in this salad. Otherwise, I'm gonna make it pretty much as is.
We're all such great cloths. They probably such great cloths.
My wife's just down there talking to our cloths. Don't mind her.
We have such great cloths.
They need positive reinforcement from time to time.
What cloth doesn't?
This walnut dressing is pretty stellar, but it has like a nuttiness and this fattiness, but it doesn't like, it doesn't taste like walnuts in the way that it's like overpowering, but it makes it like an earthier kind of dressing, which I think is gonna be banging. What do you think? Amy's gonna like it?
You just never know.
You really don't. You can make a meal for Annie 3 times and she loves it. It's her favorite meal the first 3 times and then she hates it. It's like playing Russian roulette with dinner.
She likes to keep our lives exciting, interesting.
She sure does.
It would be so boring without an Amy.
You didn't like it, right?
I want French fries!
This spicy peanut dressing came originally from Plant U. Thanks for the recipe, Carly. This was used for cold rolls in the recipe, but you could easily double or triple this and use it as part of a stir fry. You could use it to top on a bowl, in a wrap. You might notice in the video I mentioned that the sauce is a little bit thin. Honestly, we were a little bit low on peanut butter when we made this, so I'm gonna blame myself. That said, you can thin it out or thicken it up as you see fit, just by adding more of the ingredients in either direction. It's a really solid dressing and sauce. All right, what do you thoughts on the sauce?
It tastes good, but it's quite thin.
It is quite thin. But we're out of the peanut butter. We used every little bit we had left.
What's the matter?
Rufus, are you hyperventilating? You okay?
I think I made a bit of an attack. Anxiety attack here.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay, don't worry about the peanut butter. It's okay. I'll make it work.
You don't even like peanut butter.
Yeah. This General Tso sauce from the Buddhist chef was so delicious. That's like a word joke. You probably don't get like TSO, Tso, how you pronounce it. This is a fantastic sweet and sour sauce. It's spicy without being too spicy, and just generally has a really great balance of flavor. My family's only real complaint was that I didn't make enough of it. This sauce is great for anything that you have a breading on, like cauliflower wings or tofu that you've just like covered in cornstarch and baked. Honestly, I want to continue experimenting with how I use this sauce, and you should too. So for dinner tonight, we're gonna make this General Tso's tofu. I'm never quite sure how to say this. Is it the TSO? Is it so?
So?
Like the T is silent?
I think so.
What are you doing to your thumb?
Huh? To my thumb.
Oh, you're grating ginger. Help me with the dinner?
I always help you with dinner.
It's true. That's not always true. But when she's home, she does. So, this is like a version of like a very famous chicken dish. So here, they're using tofu. I will say this gentleman loves his oil because he'd love me to just cook this in like a lot of oil. But instead, we're gonna air fry it. And then you make a sauce and you mix it all together on the stove. We're going to serve it with some broccoli, which I don't know if you want to air fry the broccoli or steam it. To be continued, we're gonna figure that out. And my daughter begged me to have white rice with this as opposed to the brown rice we would normally serve, so I've given in because they give a lot with trying all these different recipes in these books. So I figured we can give back to them when they ask for stuff like that every now and then. All right, let's eat. This Hollandaise sauce comes from the cookbook Veganmonicon. This particular sauce comes from a fantastic recipe in the cookbook called Tofu Florentine, so I'm including that as part of this video. It kind of doesn't really make sense without it. That said, I'd be really curious to try to use this sauce in other ways. I don't see why it wouldn't work on a bowl. In a bowl, I mean, you pour it on and then it goes in. It's a sauce, it drips around, right? If you've ever used Hollandaise sauce for anything other than an Eggs Benedict, let me know in the comments down below and use it for that. So I'm gonna make this tofu Florentine for dinner, and I'm not using English muffins, so instead I'm gonna use hash browns. What do you think? What are you looking forward to, tofu Florentine?
I think it's gonna take you 3 hours.
She's probably not wrong. Let's set a timer.
On your mark.
Uh-oh, I don't like this.
Oh, I gotta find the timer.
What time is it actually? Are we actually doing this? Are you actually timing me?
Yes. Go.
I gotta make the video too though, shit.
You're 6 minutes in.
Are you videotaping me?
Uh-huh.
it takes extra time because I have to set up the cameras. See, this is behind the scenes of the PB with Jay. People want to see me cutting up a potato, clearly.
Yeah, how fast can you do it?
Without
chopping off a finger and sending us to the hospital and taking longer to make dinner.
You would count that too. Well, you can just videotape all my videos now. This is so much easier than me having to do it. This is how I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna get the potatoes boiling. While that's happening, I'm gonna start making the tofu aspect. And then by the time these are boiled, I can transfer them over to the stove top to add to the peppers and make the home fries. And then while that's going, I'm gonna make the sauce. And then I should be good.
Hello.
Hi, what's the timer at?
29 minutes.
I got 30 minutes?
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be okay. I gotta make like a Hollandaise sauce now. The tofu is in, potatoes are boiled, so now I just gotta fry them up. And Willie helped me cut stuff up. So I got a little bit of help.
I like how you're being honest.
I got help, you always help me with dinner. But I think I'll be done early though. I think I'll be less than the hour, so that helps. But I'm also stopping to talk. This is eating up my time,
Go,
damn it.
go, go, go. You're at 47 minutes. How does it feel?
We got the tofu broiled and ready to go. Look at these crispy, beautiful things.
That looks awesome.
We got a cheese sauce that was made by Woody and myself. Basically, all I have to do is finish the home fries, throw some spinach in, and we're plating.
An hour and 2 minutes.
I was done 2 minutes ago, easily. Dinner's made in less than 3 hours. This creamy, spicy pasta sauce comes to us courtesy of the 6 Vegan Sisters Cookbook. To be completely honest, this recipe wasn't necessarily loved by everyone, but they ate it, which in some families, that might be enough. I've made it since, and I still really, really like it. I'll include the entire recipe for some context with what it goes with. So tonight for dinner, I'm gonna make a creamy, spicy pasta. I'm a little worried it's gonna be too spicy for my family, although my kids are getting older. They like things with a bit of a kick. So let's just see how this kicks them in the butt. What am I changing? 4 tablespoons of olive oil. That's 400 calories that I don't wanna put in this meal. So I'm gonna try to get away with 0 of that. So the other thing we're adding to this is we're also making a quote unquote Parmesan crusted tofu. Obviously no oil. I'll use gluten-free bread for the breadcrumbs. So this isn't great. Well, I'm trying to make bread anyway. It'll be
Bread?
Well, no, bread like Parmesan crusty.
Oh, I thought you said I couldn't make bread.
That's fine. We're gonna make this work. This is gonna be some extra little pieces. It's like a little gift, a little bonus gift to some people. Right?
Okay, bye then.
Bye. And then it asks for a vegan mayo mixture to make it like the creamy layer inside of the breading. I don't have any vegan mayo. I'm gonna try to do something with chia seeds and plant milk. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it out. I don't think this is gonna work, but let's see. Worst case, I'll just do it in some milk. I don't think this works. I think I've screwed up on multiple levels here. Not just that, but also just the breading in general. It's not as crumbly good a mixture as it should be. Okay. Yeah, that's unfortunately a waste. I think I've done a crap job here with like a freshly toasted piece of bread to use. So the pasta's pretty simple. You basically make this sauce inside the pan. You know what I'm gonna add to this? I'm gonna cut up some broccoli and cook that with the pasta and throw it all in together because there's no vegetables in here. Shame on you, 6 Vegan Sisters. Add vegetables to your meals. Just throw in some greens, man. For the health of it. It still makes it comfort food. Just healthify it a little bit. I'm desperately trying to save this sauce. Probably because it's gluten-free flour, it's not acting the way it would in a sauce and like thickening it. I don't even know what to do. What do you think? Like, is it worth even trying to save this? I don't want to waste all these other ingredients. All right, we're gonna stay the course. I might have screwed this up. Ow, hot. It's hot. I really like it. I think once it thickens down, it's really good. It's nice. Do you want to burn your face?
No.
You're good? You're just gonna trust me? I could throw more heat in there too. I asked for cayenne pepper and I couldn't find any, so I just use double the amount for chili powder. All right, so we're gonna let this thicken up and then we're gonna add the broccoli and pasta. And then the tofu crusted things are almost ready too. This plant-based mayonnaise comes to us courtesy of the Plant Pure Comfort Food. It was in a recipe for a poke bowl. Did I say it right? Poke bowl? Poke bowl. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I hate mayonnaise. I've never liked it, even as a kid, because I had a weird food thing. If you want to know that story, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I'll include it in one of my questions videos. It's the plural, questions videos. Wooly doesn't like it either. But I am open to trying sauces for things that are plant-based, more so than I was when I was eating a sauce like this that would have been made from eggs. I'm sorry, the thought made me, yeah. Anyway, I decided to get over my own childhood trauma crap and give this recipe a try, and I really, really liked it. Wooly says it didn't entirely taste like mayo, but I say you should try it and give it a shot and let us know in the comments down below. Use it for whatever you would use mayo for. But tonight we're making poke bowls. Poke, poke. Don't poke me back, she's got a knife.
It's Japanese, man.
Oh, poke. Okay, so this is really simple. It's really just putting a lot of vegetables together. It's basically like a salad with sauces. And I'm gonna make a sriracha aioli, although we don't have sriracha. Cue the people in the comments complaining that I'm not making the recipe perfectly as the way it's listed. But she does say I can just use whatever hot sauce I got. So I'm gonna use Frank's. I'm gonna make my own mayonnaise, but I'm using a recipe from in this book that has mayonnaise made from tofu and cashews. So you're gonna see that as well. I'm gonna keep on adding water and stuff to this until it's the texture it's supposed to be. Still pretty chunky. It's also these fatter Vita mixes, the new style fat thing. You need a lot. Like if I was doing a double batch, it'd probably be fine. So Willie had the brilliant idea of putting it into the magic bullet, and it made it way creamier. Good job, Willie.
Thanks.
And we already tasted it, and you said it does not taste like mayonnaise?
I don't think so. I don't really eat mayonnaise.
But you did in the back in the day?
Not really.
Neither did I.
Kind of gross stuff.
Either way, I like how this tastes. You said it tasted like what?
Tofu mustard.
Tofu mustard spread it is. And then we're gonna add some hot sauce to it to make it work for, this is the mayonnaise recipe from the book. And then adding the hot sauce makes it the sriracha mayo that goes with the meal we're making. You in the water every time.
Hey man, we gotta keep things going here.
We do. And then a ponzu sauce, and then the rest of it is just kind of vegetables you throw together, plus this sweet rice, which is rice mixed with some vinegar and maple syrup and some nori. I see you, what are you doing?
Eating the mango pit.
There's mango in this. How excited are you for mango inside of a dinner?
It's really good. All the flavors are mixed now.
The sweet and sour sauce from the 15-Minute Meals cookbook has a really beautiful spice to it. It creeps up on you. It is the perfect sauce for a stir fry, and Annie gives some suggestions in the video for how she would tweak it for her own tastes. We really love this, and it came together really quick for a stir fry. It's the kind of thing that you could make while your veggies are cooking. For tonight dinner, it's like Yoda speaking. For tonight dinner, for tonight's dinner, we're gonna make Brussels sprouts with tofu. So the weirdest thing in this servings 3. I've never seen that. I've seen cookbooks that do servings for 1 or 2. It's usually 4 or 3. That's a super specific serving size. Anyway, I'm gonna double this recipe, at least double it, just so we have lunches tomorrow, but also so it serves more than 3 of us. Brussels sprout saucy tofu, Willie? Think we can make it in 15 minutes?
I hope so, because I'm starving.
What am I gonna change here? I'm changing the rice from jasmine rice to brown rice. My kids will riot, but they'll thank me when they're older. They probably won't. I'm gonna not use the sesame oil for cooking, but I am gonna use the ½ tablespoon of sesame oil for the sauce because it'll add the flavor, and I'm okay with that. ½ tablespoon, I can live with that. The only other difference, instead of frying the tofu on the frying pan, is I'm gonna air fry the tofu. But I'll cook the Brussels sprouts on the frying pan otherwise. This does seem like I could make this in 15 minutes. Although cutting all the it says pre-halved Brussels sprouts. So at least this time around, they didn't say the Brussels sprout cutting was part of it. So I'm giving myself a ½ an hour. I think I'd be ready before that.
Oh, 15 minutes.
Emily's saying 15 minutes.
Stop chatting.
Well, Ephraim's not gonna be ready until 6
Stop
o'clock.
chatting with the YouTube and make some dinner.
This is the whole reason I'm making this dinner.
I'm so hungry.
You have to have some watermelon.
I did.
Have some more.
I only had a little quinoa salad and veggies for lunch.
This is not my fault.
Not enough to sustain a growing woolly.
She's gonna eat popcorn. Call it. You going into your shame corner to eat popcorn?
I am not ashamed. And I'm so hungry. I didn't even teach children today.
I know, she starts school tomorrow. Everyone give her a little encouragement. This is gonna be like a month from now when you see it. So you're gonna be like, it's gonna be October and you're like, why is she just starting school now? Anyway, it's today, tomorrow's the first day of school for Willie. And she's already popcorn stress eating.
Fresh.
How do your feelings taste?
So good.
So we're just gonna cook this sauce until it thickens up a little bit, and then we're gonna put over the rice. I think this is not a 15-minute meal either. I feel like if I really hustled, maybe, but that's like, you're working nonstop and you know exactly what you're doing. But I bet you I probably could have made this dinner in 20, 25 minutes. So it's still pretty quick. Still a very, very quick weeknight meal. But this 15-minute meal thing, I just don't know who walks in the door and has a meal that's decent, ready in 15 minutes. They're still very quick meals. One more swap I'm doing, instead of agave nectar, I'm using maple syrup. By kind of just focusing on one vegetable, or like highlighting one vegetable in the dish, it you know, it certainly saves up the chopping time, which kills a lot of time in plant-based cooking. We're just letting the sauce cook down and thicken up a little bit. This Raiti sauce comes to us courtesy of the Vegan Instant Pot Cookbook. I've never had a Raiti sauce. Also, apologies if I'm saying that wrong. I did an internet search and that's what it told me to say. Like I might have already mentioned in this video, I am weird when it comes to white sauces due to childhood trauma. I'm working on it. This has a delicious brightness to it. Does that make sense? A delicious brightness? I'm going with it. We didn't exactly love the dish it was paired with, but we loved using this with other things. I would recommend pairing this with anything from a biryani, kebabs, or basically any Indian dish where you want something that'll help cut the spice down. It's really lovely. And then you make this raita, maybe that's it, which seems like it's a side dressing that you put on the side. This mushroom gravy is actually one of our recipes, and it comes to you from our plant-based for the holidays video. As I said in the intro, this is the sauce that we have literally built our entire holiday menu around, because we just like to slather it on stuff. Anything from loaves to mashed potatoes, roasted vegetables. I've even made this in the not holiday season for things like poutine or to put it on a bowl. It's just earthy and comforty, and it's so good. Well, I want it now. I should make a Thanksgiving bowl. Sweet potato. Warning, because we use this around the holidays, there is a little bit of plant-based butter in here to add to the richness of the dish. If you want to swap that out with something like aquafaba, go for it. So this one's not entirely whole food plant-based, but you can make it so if you would like to. It won't be as rich, but still delicious. I'm so excited that I'm dancing because I'm about to make our family favorite mushroom gravy. Even Annie, who says they don't like mushrooms, loves this gravy. And we slather it on everything. This almond butter caramel sauce comes from the plant-based cookbook, and it was originally used with their berry bake. What was great about this sauce is it made a ton, so after we were done with it with the berry bake, we used it on other things like just regular oatmeal, pancakes, over the top of our nice cream for dessert, part of a parfait. The applications for this sauce are really, really endless for breakfast and desserts. It even works great as a fruit dip for kids and adult-like kids.
I'm gonna make what this recipe book calls a banana raspberry breakfast bake, but we don't have raspberries, we have blueberries. So I'm gonna use that. Again with the psyllium husk, she loves this stuff. I guess she uses it as like a filler, like a binder. So it's in the oven. I'm mildly skeptical of how this is gonna turn out because it is a sloppy mess right now, and I don't foresee that thing picking up. But I'm gonna trust the recipe and make caramel sauce, and then we'll see what's what. Here's the sauce. So just like I was worried about, this thing is wet still. Been in for an hour, but it doesn't look anything like the photo. Here's the photo from the thing. It does not look like this at all.
Few moments later.
It looks really good. And it's thickened up. I think you just need to let it sit.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that smells good. Mmm. Very good. It's very creamy, nice flavor, nice breakfasty sweetness, but not too sweet.
Thank you for watching our second Rescue Your Recipes with Sauces and Dressings and Things, or whatever it was that I called this video. If you want a part 3 to this video, let us know in the comments down below, and maybe I can wrestle up enough sauces and recipes for that. Please consider joining us over on the Mighty Network, or supporting the channel by buying some swag, or giving us a super thanks down below, or whatever it is that thing is. Hit subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet for more videos like this. Like it to let YouTube know to share it to other people, and stick around because it's time for a double bill, unless you've been binging all day. Some of you people binge our videos, which, I don't know, that just kind of makes me really happy to know that we're keeping you company throughout the day. Hi, I'll stay here as long as you need me to, unless this video cuts me off.